In the outskirts of a forgotten village in Eastern Europe, hidden beneath layers of moss and shadow, there is a door that has remained sealed for centuries. Some say it was built by monks. Others whisper it was the work of rulers who wanted their secrets buried. Whatever the truth, the villagers never dared to approach it, until one day, curiosity won. It was 1974 when a small team of archaeologists, armed with nothing but flashlights and trowels, stumbled upon a ruin. The building was half swallowed by ivy and rot, its roof caved in, its stones slick with time. But there it was, a heavy wooden door, blackened by age, framed by strange carvings no one could decipher. Rusted locks hung from iron hinges that groaned under their own weight. Silence hung thick, broken only by the crunch of their boots on debris. The door was covered in warnings, not written in words, but etched in symbols that made even the most seasoned historians uneasy. Spirals that seemed to shift when you looked away. Faces that appeared to scream silently. A circle, drawn in red, like a seal meant to keep something inside. One of the team murmured, "Someone didn't just close this door, they sealed it." Locals had their own stories. Tales of explorers who vanished. Whispers of strange lights behind the walls at night. And an old woman, the last of her village, who begged them not to touch it. "Some doors," she said, her voice trembling, "are not meant for human eyes. They guard more than history. They guard hunger." But curiosity has a way of ignoring warnings. It took weeks to pry the door open. They tried chisels, levers, even control force. Each attempt brought a deeper sense of unease. And then one morning, the hinges finally gave. The door moved with shudder, scraping against centuries of dust and stone. A smell hit them first, a mixture of mold, decay, and something older, something unnatural. Darkness poured out, thick and suffocating, as if the room beyond had never known sunlight. The explorers hesitated. One flicked on a flashlight. The beam trembled across walls covered in symbols, darker than the carvings outside. Shadows seemed to twitch where there shouldn't have been shadows. And then in the corner, they saw it. A set of skeletal remains, arranged deliberately. Around them were artifacts no one recognized. Strange tools, jars with substances that had long since turned to black powder, and parchment filled with scripts that defied every known language. But that wasn't the strangest part. At the center of the room, there was a pit, small but deep, and at the edge of the pit, symbols glowed faintly in a reddish hue, pulsing like a heartbeat. The air vibrated, or maybe it was just their imagination. The team swore they felt watched. And then one of them saw movement. A shadow darted across the far wall, faster than any human could move. Panic set in. They wanted to leave, but the door had slammed shut behind them. Rusted locks had somehow clicked into place on their own. Heartbeats thundered in the silence as they struggled to reopen it. When they finally did, they emerged into daylight shaken, pale, and silent. After that, official reports disappeared. The room was resealed, the ruins cordoned off. Researchers who dared speak of it were ignored, or worse, quietly discredited. Some claimed they were haunted by nightmares, hearing whispers in languages they did not know, seeing shadows in corners of their homes. Others disappeared entirely, leaving only their journals behind, pages filled with frantic sketches of symbols and skeletal shapes, all ending abruptly with a single line: "Do not open it." Decades later, historians still debate what was behind that door. Was it a ritual chamber? A vault of forbidden knowledge? A prison for something that should never walk the earth again? Every theory raises more questions than answers. And yet, the ruins remain, waiting for the next explorer too curious to resist. Because some doors in history weren't closed to keep people out. They were closed to keep something in. And the question lingers, what would happen if it were opened again? Some say it's only a matter of time before someone tries. And when they do, we may finally understand why history sometimes chooses silence over truth.